昔、遠く離れた惑星、二人のバカと JT で、彼らの支持者はパトレオンでそれらをサポートすることを決めたので、彼らの選択したアニメーションを変更する必要があります。最初のセレクト74のファンは森人を見に行くと言ったが、明らかに第二にブレットの裁判官はリリックナノを生命の魔法に引き寄せる非常に暗い欲望を述べました。正直言ってこれは退屈です。しかし最初のシーズンには称賛する時間がなかったので、ウィルと GT はマジシャンのリリカルナノハの続編に参加しました。ウィルと JT はよく書かれた歴史的要素から消え、世界の残りの場所の科学になる。実際科学は魔法ではありません。今勇敢なヒーローとあなたはこれらのものを寄進するために運送を選択しました。
Hey, Daddy. Hey.
So you ready to get going on our next scenes here, Chief?
Well, I was, but now you ruined my shot. That was gonna be the perfect take. Guess I'll start all over again.
No. This is stupid. Everything you're doing here is stupid. You're stupid. Let's go.
Hey, wait a minute. You wrote this shit. Hello everyone and welcome back to Animerica Unlimited. I'm Sawtooth Bumbleshark.
And I'm Anime Milwaukee's Reputation.
Well, here's the rest of that $20.
Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha A is the follow-up series to its very similarly named predecessor that we just reviewed. Okay, anyway, releasing less than a year after the first season, the franchise was injected directly into the veins of every otaku, weeaboo, and hentai who anxiously awaited its return amidst a deluge of accompanying products, including a manga, audio CDs, and even 2 video games a few years later.
The impact of the franchise was in full throttle at this point, and considering A's was followed up by not only 3 more anime series, but 3 films as well, with a 4th in production as we speak, it can only be assumed that A's is a divine turning point that changed the face of this show from the lackluster and frigid mess that was the first season into a multifaceted pop culture hit.
What?
Well, isn't this your cue to jump in with some kind of snarky comment about how it isn't? Or talk about what a shithole of a series A's is gonna be? You're such a fucking negative donkus.
What are you talking about? I have never been anything but fair and balanced. We haven't even watched 1 second of this show yet. Who do you think I am? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha A's. A for asshole.
We start things off with a girl in a wheelchair listening to an answering machine that—
Okay, stop.
Wow, that was fast. Perhaps a new record for Will losing
Okay,
it.
no, shut up. We have to say something right out of the gate about these stupid-ass subtitles on this shitty bootleg of ours. Again, $20!
In the very first scene of the show, in the very first line of dialogue, the translators have already fucked up. They have renamed the wheelchair-bound girl Ji-Feng. Her name is Hayate. You can hear the name Hayate in the voicemail. How the fuck do you get Ji-Feng from Hayate? Bootleggers.
Well, they have to keep their consistency, you know? Regardless, we're going to call her Hayate for this review. You know, her actual name. Anyhow, we are introduced to Hayate Yagami, a girl who is apparently alone in an enormous house and rolls around with the lights off. Presumably, this is because she is crippled and cannot reach the light switches.
Yes! Yes! Fuel me with your hatred! You're going to get us in trouble again, you shit lord.
Come on, who gets offended by crippled people jokes?
Literally everyone with a handicap. Or who knows someone with a handicap. Or who has a soul. Look, just get them all out of your system now, because after this moment, no more jokes about the poor child's disability. Please.
What? I got nothing.
Really? You sure? Because again, after right now, no more of this. Any more shitty comments in your ass's grass.
I'm content.
Fine. Content. Okay then, let's carry on.
Hayate reads in bed when the witching hour strikes and an ominous and totally not sticking out like a sore thumb book on the shelf springs to life.
Oh no! Quick, Hayate, run away! Oh, wait.
The book is shook as it flies open, captivating Hayate with some cryptic German about releasing a seal. Thankfully, our bootleg subtitles are here to show us this in German. Great!
We'll have to come back to that since we now join our namesake heroine, Nanoha, as she partakes in a grueling training exercise by using her powers to juggle an empty can in the air. This evokes memories of the intense Jedi training regiment that involves playing hacky sack.
Nanoha fills us in on the plot so far, talking about some of the events of last season, and we're shown images of a sweet mixtape that Fate gave her. Guarantee that thing is at least 75% One Direction. Preteen bitches love One Direction. After that, Nanoha gets a message from her friends in space.
Oh hey, sweet reused shot of the exact same ship from last season. You corner-cutting donkeys. We're reintroduced to the captain of the ship, whose name I can't be bothered to remember since her one defining character trait is that she drinks tea. As expected, she is offered tea. Another more, please! For be giving tea to is drinking much taste and sugar cubes Zhanghua.
The captain informs the audience via poorly delivered exposition that Fate's trial will be concluding tomorrow. Wait, how long after the first season is this? Wikipedia! Oh, this takes place 6 months later. So Fate has been on trial for 6 months. Well, I guess compared to the US justice system, that's pretty fucking punctual. Well played, Time Police. Well played. I see you're making great use of the power you wield.
We then join Chrono, Yuno, Fate, and Arf in the dining hall where they rehearse the trial proceedings. Of course, none of them are given the correct names by the subtitles, but fuck it. Chrono takes a lighthearted jab at Yuno, calling him a monster ferret. Ooh, low blow, Fate. Just pile the insults on. Or else, was that just the bootleggers failing at even the most simple gender-identifying pronouns? I like my version better.
The captain speaks with another ship's captain who informs her of some sort of super danger, and back on Earth, a mysterious young girl absorbs the magic of a couple nameless time policemen with that magic book from the beginning. Is that Hayate? Also, I'm pretty sure she meant to say science when she said magic.
We're reintroduced to Nanoha's friends from the first season, Kankashi and Pampashi, when...
Purple meets Hayate, and they talk for a moment before Hayate is taken away by a few other soon-to-be relevant characters. The blonde one is Shamal, and the pink-haired one is Signum. You wouldn't know from the subtitles, but that's why we're here. You're welcome.
They also mention 2 others, Vita and Zafira, and a clumsy scene transition informs us that the girl with the book from earlier was not Hayate, but instead this Vita. Wait a minute. The video game companions for this anime were released on the PlayStation Portable, and the follow-up to the PSP was called the Vita.
Vita and Zafira decide it's time to... banish everyone to the Shadow Realm?
Smoke weed every day.
Then we're given Nanoha's magical girl transformation, which is, unsurprisingly, a total copy-paste of the exact same sequence from the first season. Gotta cut dem corners, right? Anyway, Vita tries to engage Nanoha in a friendly game of croquet. Wow, that was really uncalled for.
You know, something racist like what you said before.
The fun game implement turns into an iron harmer, breaks through Nanoha's shield, and launches her into a building. Vita then harmers her so hard that she knocks the magical girl right out of her. Right when all hope appears to be lost, Deus Ex Machina approaches and the episode ends.
I have a lot of questions. Well, okay. Let me see what I can do for you.
Okay, so why did Hayate have the book at the beginning of...
Ow! Next question.
Okay, who is Vita, and why did she have the book?
Ah! Fucking why? Next question.
I don't want to ask any more questions. You're just gonna hit me again.
See? Look at that. You learned a valuable lesson.
The next episode begins with a phone conversation between Blingus and Dingus about Fate coming home. It's completely inconsequential. We then cut to the actual beginning of the episode that picks up with Fate staring down Vita.
なんだてめえ管理局の魔導士か時空管理局食卓魔導士フェイト・テスタロッサフェイト・テスタロッサフェイト・テスタロッサ
tasty bar.
でももう大丈夫。フェイトもいるし、アルフもいるから。
Wait, it's Elf now?
It seems, not an elf.
Of course you're not. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15.
Fate and Vita battle in the sky, with Elf's assistance. They get the upper hand on Vita. However, this prompts more enemies to show up, like that dog that we saw before who did nothing until now, and also pink-haired woman, Signum. Damn it, anime, too many characters.
Phrasing?
Fill the magic balls, huh? Well, I guess that way they won't be inert. As disappointing as it is to pass up such a ripe, supple opportunity to crack wise about filling up enchanted scrotums, I feel like the fruit is simply hanging too low, since it's only because of the daffy nuts subbing the show that were provided the stones to throw. They really should be sacked. I'm getting testy just thinking about this.
大丈夫？
I can't see anything through all this purple haze.
Yeah, joint zone. Bob Marley, dank weed, funny joke. Okay, got it. They get ready to clash again, and we cut to Hayate cooking dinner. What? Is she not involved in this at all? She's the one that is possessed by the book, I thought. Are the Beige Knights just off fucking around on their own? Is she aware of them taking the book? Did she wash that cutting board in between uses? What the actual shit?
レバンティ、私の甲冑を。
Panzergeist? Tank Ghost?
Shit just got real.
Unfortunately, there are no tanks or ghosts to be found, and it turns out to just be a shield spell. Fucking weak. Shit, in fact, did not get real. Rescind the Bad Boys 2 clip.
Some more battling ensues, and it looks like the baddies are getting the upper hand when Nanoha finally decides to try contributing instead of sitting around and doing nothing.
Count 3, 2, 1.
Oh, damn. Well, I guess we're renaming this show Ordinary Child Nanoha. Oh, make that Dead Child Nanoha.
The bad guys decide to eat and run, and the episode ends. The third episode kicks off in space, with a recovering Nanoha visiting with a time doctor. No, not that one, a much more boring one.
その結果、怪我は大したことないそうです。ただ、魔導士の魔力の源、リンカーコアが異様なほど小さくなってるんです。
Oh, so not even 2 minutes into the next episode, you're already downplaying all the supposed tension that was just caused by Nanoha having her magic forcibly removed from her body. Since she's young, she'll be just fine. She's gonna recover. No problem, huh? What complete and utter trash! Way to fucking murder a potentially interesting story element and rip all gravitas from its still twitching corpse.
You're missing the important part here. Who the fuck is Linda Ken?
That literally could not matter less right now. Bad storytelling supersedes these shitty subtitles. The very next scene has them repairing Nanoha's magical staff and basically sweeping any development right under the rug. We're only on episode 3, and already, fuck this show.
I mean, yeah, I agree that it's dumb that they've instantly dropped this potential character-impacting element, but I did want to compliment the fact that this season is at least starting out a bit better than the last one. There's a lot of mystery surrounding what's occurring so far, and considering the villains were straight up refusing to say who they are or why they're attacking, it leads us to a somewhat interesting introduction to the struggle of the season. We're left with just about as many questions as Nanoha and crew are, which isn't a bad thing. However, let's hope they get to shedding some light on these circumstances soon. Anyway, on with...
Anyway, Fate, Nanoha, and Chrono meet up with Mr. Gil Graham and...
菜の葉くんは日本人なんだな。
Oh, come the fuck on! How did we get here? How did we go from Nanoha to Naruto? They have the same number of letters? And are you a Japanese? Really? I feel like we've crossed over from simple poor translation to passively racist translators.
魔力を持たないが、稀にいるんだよ。君は私のように高い魔力資質を。
I too was once a magical girl.
Graham asks Fate to not betray her friend. Singular? I guess just Nanoha? Whatever, we need to discuss this next scene.
Hayate-chan, お風呂の支度できましたよ。ありがとう。Vitaちゃんも。
明日は朝から病院です。あまり夜更かしされませんよ。
はい。では、よいしょっと。シグナムはお風呂どうします？
私は今夜はいい。明日の朝にするよ。
そう。お風呂好きが珍しいじゃん。
たまにはそういう日もあるさ。
Okay, so let me try to wrap my mind around this. Either she's always been living with these three people.
Four, the dog too.
Dogs aren't people. Either she's always been living with these three, or else they came out of the book.
Oh yeah, they came out of the book.
But then, what about a family? Doesn't she have a family? Where are they?
Oh, well, you know, her dad is on a business trip. He's overseas. He's actually traveling to try to support her. Her mom died in childbirth, and she doesn't have any brothers or sisters. So, in the back of her mind, she knew that she always wanted friends. When the book opened up, it actually knew this, so it generated these four people, including the dog, and they became her friends. And when the book popped open, it was like, here you go. She was like, okay, great. I got friends. This is something I always wanted. And then the book was like, oh, by the way, they're evil. Sorry about that. She was like, I don't care. I always wanted friends because the show's about the power of friendship. And at the end of the show, Nanoha's going to be like, you know what? You look like you can use a friend. And she'll be like, hell yeah, I do. I want a friend. And they're going to become friends. And they're going to team up and the friends are going to turn good from being evil. Because that's all about friends!
Okay, so... Did you, like...
Nope! I did not read the plot synopsis for this. This is honestly a guess. But I guarantee you, it is 100% accurate.
Back aboard the Deep Space Nine, Nanoha learns that Captain Lindy is going to adopt Fate. Aw, how nice. Everyone musters to discuss the hunt for the book, deciding to set up a ground base near where Nanoha lives. This is intensely exciting for two 9-year-old girls, as to be expected, and Arf shows off her new chibi form, which you can buy now from your local retailer. Hoop and Goop join them, and good times are had by all.
ロストロギア、闇の書の最大の特徴はそのエネルギー源にある。闇の書は魔導士の魔力と魔法資質を奪うためにリンカーコアを食うんだ。
ナノハちゃんのリンカーコアもその被害に。
Oh, so that's who Linda Ken is. Linda Ken is Nanoha's Heart of the Sun.
I think you mean Naruto's Heart of the Sun?
The four mysterious vagabonds have their own magical girl transformation sequences as they go to fill up more of the now half-filled book with pages. Pages of what, you may ask? Why, smutty magical girl lyrical Nanoha fanfic, that's what. As Science Lab Girl screams about having trouble repairing the Heart of the Sun, the episode ends.
Hey, JT! You know, this show's got me thinking. I'm going to start filling up a book of my own. Fill it up with memories, people I've met, places I've been.
So, like a journal.
Yeah, you could call it that, I guess. I'll start right now. This is a good one. Nothing unusual about this. All right. Location. A room. Temperature. Adequate. Chair. comfy. Company. A faggot.
The next episode begins with, largely, nothing. Hayate's a nice person to her 4 book slaves, and Fate starts school with Nanoha.
On top of that, aren't there more pressing concerns? Like, isn't there an evil book that's consuming magical essence, including Nanoha's? Where the fuck are they going to school? Get your priorities straight, time cops. Anyway, back at Hot Dumps HQ.
Hold the fuck up.
What the hell?
Did he just cut through the fabric of reality? Was that some speed strat to get to the next scene quicker? What the hell happened with the animation there? First his hair decides it's had enough of facing to his right and fucks off to the other side of his head. Then his hips and spine seemingly snap back into the correct position, somehow without him collapsing and writhing in pain. Geez, I guess they blew the animation budget on... cocaine.
A bunch of inconsequential stuff happens. Chrono and... whoever this chick is, does she even have a name? Chrono and Gretchen talk about magical beasts and where to find them, and Hayate goes to the hospital to be told that she's doing fine. Yawn. Nanoha and Fate have some bonding moment over flashbacks to the first season, and given these subtitles, most of it turns out to be indecipherable nonsense. While Shamal stays home filling the magic balls and Signum carts Hayate to the hospital, Vita and Zafira are fighting a giant turtle. This transitions into a generic montage that apparently shows absolutely nothing. No passage of time is conveyed, except that there's dumb music playing. Thrilling.
Oh yeah, and now Nanoha's Heart of the Sun is fully repaired. Intensity is intense, or something. What was that from the last episode?
破損状況は正直あんまり良くない。今は自動修復をかけてるけど、基礎構造の修復が済んだら一度再起動して部品交換とかしないと。
And now?
無事完治。こっちも完治だって。
So, you're telling me that a magic hand reaching through your freaking chest and stealing the gemstone right off your neck, then transplanting it into an evil magic book, had absolutely no discernible side effects or impact, except that it took you out of commission for like a day. You had to rest, and the weapon had to be repaired. This is just the worst.
Seemingly because the plot got bored, Vita and Zafira get caught hanging around above the city. Cue pointless action scene! I couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Doggo.
Well, now that Nanoha and Fate have their weapons back, it's time to transform. But they're only told now that their systems have been upgraded. Should they have been told about these changes before they're about to combat those villains who are known to have a dangerous evil book? Probably, but fuck that. New magical girl transformation sequences ahoy! Alright, it took long enough, but now we can finally see a fight. Next episode, apparently. Well, okay, cliffhangers happen. Let's get into...
お肉はこんなもんかな。はい。外は寒いし、今夜...
Seriously?
Welcome to the Muttentia supermarket. Today's products at the sale are the materials for cuisine which could bring warmth to you. All the goods are established in the special offer area. Welcome to shopping.
Ah, here it is again, the episode 5 curse. It's been a while. But seriously, what is this happy horse shit? The last episode ended with Nanoha and Fate transforming to do battle. Why are we grocery shopping now? Shut up, you stupid bitch!
Well, we're finally back at the battle where Nanoha and Fate once again try to talk down their assailants. However, since their foes consist of a 6-year-old girl and a literal dog, their pleas are met with appropriate response.
Well, at least we finally get an action scene. Are there any stakes? No. Will there be consequences? No. But I guess we'll take what we can get at this point, right? No!
Fate and Signum lightly graze one another, Zafira and Will Ferrell squabble somewhere, and Chrono gets the drop on Shamal when...
Oh, what's up, Hey? It's been a long time. Good to see you're still getting work.
All jokes aside, who actually is this masked dingus? Did the plot just manifest itself physically to intervene? You know what? I'm gonna call him Mr. Mask Guffin. Shamal summons a trippy laser light show and the episode ends. The next episode begins with...
Oh, no. Hold the phone.
Is that actually it? That entire episode, aside from the grocery shopping interlude, was nothing but that fight scene, which concluded with nobody being injured or captured or even winning or losing the fight. It was just nothing. Mask McMasterson showed up and the light show happened and that was it. That was it. When is this anime going to grow a pair? They're mostly girls. The girls can't have testicles. It's the goo, mostly. I mean, I guess there's transgender people, so maybe sometimes, but it's for the most part, that's not how it works. Usually, the balls don't show up on the girls, unless it's a trap. I mean, they could be traps. Hermaphrodite.
After the League of Mediocre Dunces sit around talking about the book, Nanoha has her own conversation with Yuno, who is now a ferret again. Now available at your local retailer. Well, I mean, the odds of the owner of the Dark Book being someone your age are extremely low. There are way more people of other ages alive in the world than there are 9-year-old girls. It's extra unlikely that the owner of the book is a girl who lives in the exact same town as you.
Yeah, that would be incredibly lazy writing if that were the case.
鈴香ちゃん、今日は友達がお泊まりに来てるんだって。そうなの？うん。ほら、Yagami Hayateちゃん。今度紹介してくれるって。
Wow, I wonder if she is the owner of the Dark Book.
Really, there's virtually no chance of that. It would be such an insanely improbable occurrence that I'd err on saying it's impossible. Yeah, so to no one's surprise at all, Hayate is the owner of the Dark Book, and the 4 baddies are summoned guardians or knights or some shit. I don't care. This all reeks of stupid, bad writing. But beyond all that, there remains an even more glaring problem. How did Hayate get the book in the first place? How did this ancient, evil, chain-bound book end up on the bookshelf of a crippled 9-year-old girl who seems to live on her own? This is never explored or explained, and ends up being one of the biggest plot holes of the entire show. How hard would it have been to write in a scene of her being an avid reader, and perhaps stumbling across the book somewhere, maybe on an old shelf in a library, or in some weird, creepy used bookstore? I mean, as far as we can tell, the book was just sitting on her shelf, ignored for God knows how long. Who keeps evil tomes just laying around their house?
Well, at least we get an explanation for how she met the loathsome 4. Yeah, it's pretty boring, but I mean, on the plus side, we do get some character justification for Hayate. Long story short, Hayate is an orphan who lives comfortably because her uncle takes care of her estate. Regarding the Dark Book, she doesn't want to inconvenience or hurt anyone else despite the possibility that she would be cured if the book is filled. She just prefers to live peacefully with her 4 friends.
Too bad the good times don't last, though. Turns out the paralysis is getting worse, and it's because of the Dark Book. It's slowly sapping her life force because it isn't being filled with magic. Oops. Guess you shouldn't have had an evil book in your room.
The 4 knights decide to go against Hayate's wishes and begin fighting to fill the pages of the evil book in the hopes that it will save her. However, none of that matters right now because it is time for rape! She just straight up forcefully sucked his dick. That is awful. And erotic.
The true purpose of their rendezvous in the space-time sky mall is to ask for some assistance with searching through something called the Infinity Stack. And although we are unsure if this is another poor translation or the actual name of a thing, the episode ends. Well, that's gonna have to do it for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen.
What? But I have so many unanswered questions, like, what is the Infinity Stack? And where did Hayate get that fucking book? And are traps gay?
Well, JT, allow me to answer all your questions.
Ah!
Next question.